Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. Come on in while I gonna do what I do. Y'all know that I do this on the regular. Come on in, come on in. Like I woke up this morning, my husband upset, acting like he wanna be crying, cause I was asleep and didn't answer the phone. But good morning, good morning. Come on in. What I want to say this morning, guys, is that we all need to get along. I've been sitting here watching all these different people going through changes. Excuse me. Going through the changes and talking about each other and dogging one another out, y'all. And baby, what I say, the stuff that I've been hearing, it ain't worth your sanity. It ain't worth you going through it back and forth, talking about one another and all of that other stuff. It's lame. It's lame because the people that you're going back and forth with, some of these people don't even know these people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not with that. You know, like I said, my heading speaks for itself. It's time to stop doing the devil's work and do God's work. A lot of us say we're about God and still doing the devil's work. A reason why I say a lot of us is out here doing the devil's work, because at the end of the day, you ain't making nobody upset with nobody but yourself. Trying to daggone tear somebody down. God looking at all of us. You know. Sometimes you have a wake-up call. And a lot of y'all out here got these assignments and y'all don't even know what to do with yourself. You got an assignment and you think it's okay for you to sit out here and dog one another. That is not your assignment. What God told you to do was go tell that person to stand down. And that person didn't want to listen to you. So now God get ready to do what he got to do. It's time for all of us to stop going back and forth with demons. A demon ain't trying to hear you. They still doing the devil's work. And y'all gotta understand, living under a rule. We all say we children of God, but yet we living and dogging one another out on these platforms for money, for the devil. Because this money on YouTube obviously ain't good money. If you got to go out here and tear down each other to get somebody to view you or like your content, you got to be dogging somebody. I don't want them kind of people following me. Because my content ain't always going to be about pig feet, or as y'all call her, or dogging that lady out. No, ma'am. Because like I said, I'm a true believer in Christ. And I do believe that he told us to do unto others as you have them do unto you. And y'all sit out here every day going back and forth on these platforms with people that you don't even know in real life. I wouldn't give nobody that much energy in my life. But I just want to know when everybody gonna get on board of God's bus, on God's boat. We've been going back and forth on this internet, back and forth, talking about Roz, talking about this person, talking about that person. And at the end of the day, like I said, the big man ain't gonna ask you about nobody else. Roz bought all this for herself. But we gotta be stronger people in Christ. You know what I'm saying? Stop going back and forth with this demon. We all know, children of God, know the demons. Y'all out here arguing amongst these people every day, digging stuff out on folks. That ain't nobody's business. But y'all do what y'all do on y'all platforms, but right now it's time to be living for God. Not living for the devil. Doing his work. And what I mean by doing his work is going out here talking about one another. Digging each other's kids. The one thing I don't condone out of all of this sector is anybody talking about babies, kids. Leave them kids out this mess. That ain't cool, man. That ain't cool. God made these babies in their images. And who are we to judge who got ugly kids and who don't? Because at the end of the day, I think all babies is cute in their own way. Some ain't got some, but some do. But like I said, this here getting out of hand. Out of big hand. Out the big man's hand. And I just came to say, I'm going to put a word out that he ain't pleased with none of us. And we out here talking about the Lord love us. How? And you going against your neighbor. You dogging your neighbor out. Let the demon do what she do. Because God gonna deal with her. Just don't get yourself caught up in a situation with God taking his hands off of you because you being what you calling this woman evil. You know, that is to pour that lady's skeletons out the closet. And I mean they out the closet. I just want people to say they God's people to prove your receipt that you're a God person. And let that woman do what she do. Because see, all of us messengers and prophets and earth angels and stuff like that, we were sent by God Roz's way. God will use his people like you know he did Noah and Moses and all of them to get a word out. So Roz got to deal with her own insecurities. And then I was going through my page earlier, and a woman came under there, and she was upset with Rita on my community post. She mad at everybody because she say we shouldn't be talking about kids. First of all, woman, I don't talk about nobody's kids. And Day and Daggone Nana, they not kids, they grown women. That inserted they stuff in their mama's mess. Excuse me, y'all. Don't nothing feel better than a dang on bottle running on your body. Yes, girls. Ain't nothing like this daggone hot shower, baby. That get your day started. People get on daggone live before they even daggone start their day. Honky ronking around. And then the ones that ain't daggone lookers, they hiding behind screensavers. Daggone screensaver. The pastor said 3 things that we fight against on a daily is this flesh, the devil, and his temptations. The 2 evil things is this flesh, the devil, and temptation. Because one thing we do know about that devil, he gives a whole lot of these people money. Yes, ma'am. He giving these people money, and honey, you can tell these people ain't got the sense the Lord gave them. Ain't got the sense the Lord gave them. Out here arguing and fussing with folks. I ain't about to go back and forth with a person that I don't know. I'm going to give you what the Lord told me to give you and dip out. All that back and forth ain't going to do nothing for me. Get my blood pressure all up in a bunch. That ain't healthy. Sitting up here arguing and letting people run your blood pressure up that you don't know. They the ones with the upper hand, if you don't understand. Yes, ma'am. They got the upper hand. Sure got it. Yeah. Yes, it does. Tomorrow definitely belongs to God. Good morning, good day. Good morning, good day. Yeah, this is Big Mama. Out the shower, girl. Y'all know Big Mama ain't gonna let none of them funky bitches tell me I'm funky. No, man. Big Mama gets in that water, honey. I'm gonna put you in the bathroom with me, baby. Good morning, my glitch chocolate girl, Angela. Good morning. Happy Friday. You can tell who don't have a job by their desperation on YouTube. Go get a job, folks. That's guaranteed to pay without drama. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Because it's just drama. It's sad that you see grown people going back and forth with one another like this. Like, and the sad part is that none of these women know each other in real life, guys. Like, they don't know each other in real life. So I ain't about to give you that energy on my life. Roz know what's going on with her. Roz know she daggone on borrowed time. So Roz gonna take everybody with her to make her feel good. Roz already know. She probably already had a conversation with the Lord. Because we all know we had conversations with that big man. Yes, man, we had a conversation. And he tell you know what I'm saying, what to do. So like I said, Roz, she done had her time with the Lord. And she just decided that she wanted to do the devil's work. So when she passed away out of here today, we all know where Roz is going. You know what I'm saying? Folks have already came to you and told you the Lord said stand down. And you tell everybody the Lord didn't say nothing. And it's sad that she said she was going to quit doing this. But she feels that she's being defeated by stopping. But girl, you being defeated by turning your head on God. When God sent people to tell you to stand down. So, she already, it's already a doomsday for her. That's why she ain't worried about none of us coming out here telling her. None of this stuff. She don't care. And it's sad. And then I just stopped just because there's a whole lot of private stuff coming out on her. And if I was her, I would have been gonna tell my own story. Because can't nobody tell your story. Ain't nobody tell your story. No, ma'am. But y'all know me, I'm going to get in the shower because the first bitch to say Big Mama funky and fat, you lie. Need to pull my record. Pull my goddamn on YouTube records here. Big Mama get in the shower before I gonna come in here with my girls on YouTube, yes ma'am. I ain't got time to be funky ronking around with y'all. But y'all know I was still on the part of the GoFundMe. Like, why has she got a GoFundMe? And who is she daggone putting the GoFundMe up for? Or helping to scam people? You know what I'm saying? You a scammer and you know you a scammer. You out here, you got a whole GoFundMe up. And you don't need no GoFundMe. So I was on there last night asking Rita and DJ and Dark and Lovely B who hell got the daggone GoFundMe for and what for? And why that amount on that GoFundMe? Damn. That amount is a whole lot. What the hell you behind in that car payment? I guess she making a GoFundMe and lying about the heading of the GoFundMe. I ain't even see it, but I know one thing. Whatever it is, it ain't right. You don't got no business having no GoFundMe, lady. You ain't got no deaths. And I thought that's what GoFundMe is. It's for people that can't bury their loved ones. Or whatever. I don't know. I ain't never did a GoFundMe. Because God is my GoFundMe. Yeah, ma'am. God gave me what I need. But, dang. She got a whole GoFundMe asking thousands of dollars for it. Where is the GoFundMe? I think it's on her daggone, it's supposed to be on her community wall or something like that, I think. But I'm still trying to figure out, Chocolate Girl, what the fuck is it for? And these people bailing you out on your bills this month. But what you gonna do about your bills next month, lady? That's my question. That's my question. If they helping you out today, how you gonna pay your bills for next month? That's sad. Maybe that's what the GoFundMe is for. For her and her daughter's bills. That's sad. That's why it's not good to put yourself out here on a high pedestal. And then when people find out about you, your little dream done went to hell. Yes, ma'am. Your whole dream done went to hell, shot to hell. But I had to come in here, girls, because I said that the one thing they do is you really love to say people don't bathe and brush their teeth. Well, Big Mama on that now. I done my hair. And honey, I just throwed it together because I don't feel like doing it to it. Brush my mouth. Yes, ma'am. But it's sad that you got grown folk out here acting like children, as they say in down south. Acting like pure children. Whoever that woman was talking about Rita in my community post, bitch, let me tell you something. Don't you never come to my page talking about another content creator while we ain't daggone getting on Rita about her talking about kids. That's what the lady said. Baby, that's Rita's mouth. That's Rita's mouth. That ain't Big Mama's mouth. And if you had that question, you should have went on Rita. She just went on Rita's post and said that. So Rita could cuss her ass out. She gonna start off with me first. Come on. I don't got a page. Well, obviously you got something new on my page. In my comments, lady. Questioning me about Rita. Like I said, I don't talk about kids. That's not my stilo. Now, if your grown-ass kids get in the way, they gonna get talked about. Like Roz's grown-ass girls talking about folks. See, they can get it. That's off. They not off limits. Them grown-ass women. But baby, adolescent folks in school still, them babies is off. You know, but I got to give it to Rita. Rita daggone booty had me dying last night about that boy in that big ass suit. Yes, ma'am. Now, Big Mama gonna get ugly right now because I'm in the flesh. Yes, ma'am. But I got to tell Roz, you thought you was daggone talking your mess about this how you send your son to prom. Baby, that wasn't even your son's prom. That was his girlfriend's prom. Look like. But that suit swallowed that baby. And you got so much money, lady. You couldn't even daggone get your daggone son's suit tailored. Yes, ma'am. Now that was tacky as it get. You sent that boy to prom looking like thinner and thinner, where that man lost all that weight and then his suit start shrinking on him and everything. But hold on, y'all. Get situated. That suit was so big on that young man. She ought to be shaming herself, talking about, yeah, this the way you send, this how you send them to prom. To somebody else's prom. Mind you, you should have said. Because it definitely wasn't his prom. She's so proud that dad gonna send him to prom with somebody. Excuse me, girls. I mean, that suit was just as... Okay, he was clean. Big Mama gonna give that to her. He was clean. But baby, that suit was big enough to fit a 3X man. Yes, ma'am. Shit, I could fit that suit. Y'all be ashamed that dad gonna put that picture out there trying to shame somebody about they kid. And your kid going out here walking around wearing his daggone pawpaw suit you done dug out the closet, the way back closet. I believe that was somebody's daggone wedding suit. Yes, ma'am. And you done got this boy on out here. This is what you do for prom. Bitch. Excuse my language. But no, ma'am. You supposed to have him tailored. Them daggone pants was sagging. And then, didn't the boy have on... Hold on, let me go and look. Hold on, y'all. I'm just gonna go see for myself. Hold on, y'all. Because hell, after Rita done dogged the baby out about that big old suit, she probably took the damn thing down. But I took a screenshot of it. All these folks coming home. Yes, ma'am. R. Kelly coming home. They trying to kill Jamie Foxx off right now. Hold on. Let me go in here and see if the booger daggone left it up. But she be trying to be funny and shit. Yes, ma'am, it's still up. This poor baby. I mean, Lord have mercy. This suit was way too big for this young man. I mean, way too big. All around the legs. Whose suit is that boy got on? Because ain't no way in the world. She talking about this how you send your son to prom. Mac Myron. And you know another thing. One thing I'm not going to do if I'm in a relationship with another person is allow his baby mama to keep tagging him in anything. Okay? Them kids is grown. You shouldn't even be reaching out to Myron. McMyron or whatever his name is. You shouldn't even be reaching out to this man. I don't know what's wrong with his wife or his girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? But ain't no way in hell my baby mama would be tagging my baby daddy in nothing. No. That's a disrespect to his new woman. Maybe she don't know that because she's so busy daggone trying to tear up everybody else's daggone relationship because she don't got one. But it's sad. It's sad to know that you can daggone sit out here and do these things and I'm this and that. I gotta stop talking like her, y'all, because I'm just getting my voice back and it still ain't all the way back. Um, but that baby had on that big old suit, and I mean the pants are hanging over his shoes, and then I'm not sure, but you don't seeing your son at prom and no dad going. I mean, they might. It's this is new age, but don't that boy got on tennis shoes with that suit? Let me see. Yes, ma'am. The poor baby suit is just too big for him. That whole suit swallowing him up. Arms, the daggone pants is way too long. I'm trying to figure out where the hell she got this daggone jacket and stuff at. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he went to his dad and asked him he going to prom, can he get one of his suits? Because I don't understand why Roz got the. She claims she got all this money, but yet you can't get your son's suit tailor made. Good morning, everyone. Angel, good morning. Where is okay? Are there are they releasing R. Kelly from prison? And if so, what happened? Uh from what I see, guys, they saying the feds dropped the ball. Hey, tell the truth, good morning. Yes, ma'am. They saying that the feds dropped the ball. So R. Kelly definitely coming home. It says top news. R. Kelly is coming home. Feds dropped the ball. Now why couldn't now this what I'm used to seeing. He looks very, very, very put together, Rita. And I'm gonna give you that for Bryson and Kiera. They look very, very put together. You know what I'm saying? The boy pants tailored to fit him. You know what I'm saying? Kiera looks very, very beautiful in her dress. Not saying the girl didn't look, but what year was that? Because they looked like they was coming out of the dag on it. You Bryson is up to date with the gear. We know uh Roz can't daggone dress, so she probably daggone back Myron. Myron needs a suit. And he said, "Well, I'm gonna go in the closet and see if I can find one that maybe can fit him when I was younger." Hell, that could be his daddy's prom from when he went to school. Shit, but that suit is just too big for that boy. Yes, ma'am, and everything. And girl, I don't know if Day Day came in, Rita Page last night, or Nana, whichever one it was, boy, baby. She gave that girl the blues. They don't need to be getting in nowhere talking about nothing, honey. That child just is. They called her Helen Keller last night, and I thought, wow, Helen Keller. Boy, I ain't read that book since the daggone 70s, maybe. Or maybe a movie of what happened to Helen Keller. But dang, Roz, you got that baby. It's sad for you. It's just a sad case for you. Well, we know she ain't gonna be. Somebody said, let me read my daggone community post to y'all girls. Cause this, I mean, I have to go in my comments and let y'all hear what this lady said. Um, and everything. Okay, here we go. Coming down now. Uh, this what this lady say to me. Now listen, y'all. I'm reading my stuff right. Okay, now look at here. She say her name is Elizabeth Williams. Okay. She said, I don't have a channel, but why no one is addressing Try Me Now, talking about a child? This is some sick stuff, and God is not pleased. Everyone need to stop talking about kid. Like you came on my page and said that to me, like I was talking about kids. I don't talk about kids. I talk about Roz's daughters. They ain't kids to me. Them grown ass women that done put they place themselves in grown situations. Yes, ma'am. Okay. And that was on the title of my video. Let's talk. She is sad, and why you replying to stuff if it's not true? So Miss Elizabeth Williams was in her feelings about Try Me Now on my page. Bitch, go over to Try Me Now page and ask her that. Excuse me, y'all. Okay. Now, here's another lady by the name of Sana Safi or whatever. She said Rod's son got okay, and this recording that I did, this video is called Headed. Karma is knocking at your door, Roz. So this lady named Son Ever, whatever her name is, come in and says Rod's son got what he deserves. He went to their house, and Roz should be charged as well. She told Myron to go there. Okay, now question. Y'all been paying more attention to whatever happened with Roz because, like I said, I don't watch Roz. Hey, tell the truth, girl. She said she must didn't hear Pig Feet talking about kids. That part. That part. Good morning, Big Mama. Good morning. Talking. Talk about it with T. Reacts. Good morning, baby. So this is my thing, y'all. Roz always talking about somebody's kids. So why you over here on my daggone in my community goddamn on page questioning me about anything that Rita says? Go ask Rita. The fuck? Excuse me, girls. Okay, now that was the same lady named Sonny or whoever. Now question. Was Juju at the daggone Hernandez's house or was Myron at the Hernandez's house? Who went to pick up who? That's what I want to know. Because it seems to me that Myron was already there. No, because how would Juju put Myron's kids in the car? Somebody talk to me. Okay, because this lady's asking the question, and then she also says, Juju went to them people's house, him and his brother with a gun. Okay, yes, ma'am. Then it says also, another comment, Roz's son got killed. He didn't get murdered. That's still the same damn shit to me. The hell? Killed, murder? It don't matter. It's still the same thing. The hell? She says, Roz, the mother of them, allow her children to go to the Hernandez's family home uninvited. Okay. Now my question is, was Juju there and Myron went to go get him, or was Myron there and Juju went to go get him? No. I'm gonna give y'all a chance to answer that. You can tell who don't have. Okay, I read that. Okay, I read that. Good morning, Big Mama. Good morning. Big brother went to pick his little brother. Okay, no, Myron went to save Juju. Okay. So now I'm getting the picture. Because I still think that Juju, I don't know why, but it's like this boy's spirit is telling me that he didn't shoot Anthony. He didn't. He didn't get a chance. Because when he got out the car with that gun, they seen it. And they automatically, that person that was coming out that door or was on that porch, wind up shooting Myron. He falls. Okay? They say Juju pick up the gun that Myron drop. And he's running, and while he's running, he's shooting back. Ain't that what come on now, y'all got to talk to me, baby, because see, this crime right here, it bothers me because It's not even right at this point. Y'all know I'm on a spiritual thing. And this thing here is like this boy is telling me that Juju shot the guy on the floor, on the ground by him. Because whoever shot Myron on that ground, he already done. Myron ain't going, no, ma'am. It don't even make sense that Juju is running and shooting backwards. And then it didn't make sense to me why Juju would pick up the gun that his brother had. This a crime scene. What's wrong with you? Obviously, you ain't a good damn mother to teach your kids that you don't pick up a weapon that someone else has done used. And not only that, Roz need to be charged. Juju need to be charged. That's just simple as that. That's just simple as that. For real, because you could have stopped that. You could have prevented that. You could have got your ass in that car and went with your boy. Mm-hmm. That's sad. That's sad. And that lady that says uh that boy deserved that. I can't go for that. I can't go for it. Nobody deserves to die. And y'all know how brothers are. They gonna try to daggone see. First of all, they shouldn't have daggone even. They had plans on doing something. That's no doubt, no doubt. And ain't no telling what the mother said to Myron to have him all upset when he got ready to leave there to go get Juju. But the sad thing is that she's trying to say her son is the hero. How is he the hero? Your son ain't hardly the hero, Boo Boo Kitty. How? Y'all, they was out of place. That boy called his brother to come and get him, and the other brother lost his life. And how can you even? The events of that day would keep me off of this platform. Yes, ma'am. The events of that day that my son lost his life, it would keep me off this platform. Just because I'm a spiritual reader. I am. I'm sorry that people don't believe in them, but that's what I am. And there's no way that I could be able to daggone communicate with anyone. Because I think this was my fault. As a mother, I would be faulting myself. That's as a mother. Damn. This all could have been escalated if I had just went with my baby. That's what a normal mom would have did. Just because your baby is in a situation. All of us, mother instinct kick in. Let me go and see what's going on. But she sat her fat ass on that goddamn going couch and let her son go over there. And now she don't have a baby because of that situation. She could have even went to go get her baby. But you sent your son. Come on, man. He already on 10. They doing something to his brother. He already don't know what's going on over there. But a mother, I would have went to go with my child. Or I would have went to go get him myself. So instead of you being on this sector and causing all of this stuff, lady, you should be mourning your child. I don't care if it was 10 years from now. Justice ain't been served. Your baby didn't die in his sleep. No, ma'am. He didn't die of cancer or nothing. Your baby was taken away from here, lady. All that lady can say, y'all, is we both lost someone. That's her hard, cold, heartless heart. that her and the Hernandezes both lost someone. News break, lady. You didn't care about that boy. No, ma'am. Because if you did, there was no way that you could be on this platform and not fighting for justice. See, the thing is, any mother that knows that her child might have been innocent, you don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. All we know is what was said. We don't know if the Hernandezes was already on 10. We don't know if they was already on 10. But we do know that when they left that house, the Hernandezes was on alert. Because why would that man come out that door after they left? And why would them boys go back to the Hernandez's house? What was said in the mix of him leaving out that door? See, that's the big question. Because tension shouldn't have been that flared up. No, ma'am. Tension shouldn't have been that flared up with Juju. What did Juju do to the Hernandezes? Because Juju obviously had to tell Myron to come on, let's go back. You see, so Juju is the reason for why his brother isn't here. He came to save the day. And in the midst of him coming to daggone save the day, because look, y'all, Myron and Juju had already got in the car and pulled away from the Hernandez's house. So what did daggone Juju say to Myron for Myron to turn around, back that car, get out with a gun, and go to try to confront the Hernandezes? See, Juju holds the key to that day. And Juju is the reason for why Myron isn't here. And how dare you rise to sit here and think that your son ain't going through some mental issues right now, lady? That man got a whole lot on his plate. Because I'm sure that justice has not been served for them Hernandez's family. And just the way our system is, they said, well, there were Mexicans, they were niggers. Excuse my language, but that's just what it is. Let them kill each other. You know what I'm saying? Those two races is at the bottom of the daggone race pole anyways. So, oh well. And the end of the story. But is there going to ever be a trial for the Hernandezes so people can know what happened that day? That very tragic day. That was a tragic day. Them people were celebrating their mother's birthday. And here come two hood niggas. Runted. Yes, ma'am. Roz. Question of the day. Question of the day, Roz. This is a big question. And I know you're going to hear it. Because you're always in the bushes, boo-boo kitty. But the question of the day would be from Big Mama. Roz, what if that was both of your boys laying out there on that concrete, lady? You be trying to get justice for your babies, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you, lady? Yes, ma'am. Yes, you would. You would. You would. You would. You would. You would want justice for your boys. So, because it was a Hernandez and your child, everything is cool. Wiped it off. Clean slate. No one goes to jail. No one daggone gets justice. And I don't see that happening. Juju need to go down for that. Because we don't know who the hell killed Anthony. And that there, the Hernandez is saying that, honey, it all might be a cover-up, child. I'm just being honest. This whole shit could be a cover-up. Hell, everything else in America is covered up. Why not cover up this daggone shit? And why ain't it a big situation? Why ain't the Hernandezes making a big fuss? It's something covered up. That's what it is. This whole case is gonna be covered up, and no justice is gonna be served. None. Just two lives down the drain. We'll chalk it up as a loss. Hell, we don't know what happened. We can only go by what the Hernandez is saying. And hell, it was an argument in that house. And as a mother, I would want justice. Cause it's something about that daggone situation is a cover up, y'all. And they gonna cover it up and let it be as it is. And they're gonna take the words of the Hernandezes over them boys being out of place, period. But what about Anthony? Okay, you got back at the boys for coming, but what about Anthony? Where's his justice? That was an innocent man. He probably wasn't even arguing with Juju. The guy with the car, I mean, the car come out the door, the one probably was. Man, listen, this whole story is a whole lot of bullshit. But it is what it is. You know, they chalked it up as a loss. You know, they say nah. You know what I'm saying? Got her brother off. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't know how the hell she did that. Conflict of interest. They brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? Somebody should have called the bar association and told that. Cause that's fraud. A sister representing her daggone brother that went out here and daggone caused. We don't know what the hell Juju told Myron for Myron to turn that car back around. Y'all see what I'm saying? Don't nobody know what that boy said to his brother. And now he ain't here. And you know what? It's probably the reason why Myron ain't crossed over yet, because he know it's some foul play that went on. He feel like, I mean, that's sad to say, but dang, he's upset. Myron is upset because he's not here to be able to raise his kids. He feels cheated. He feels cheated out of his life. This is sad. He had kids. He went to save you. And he not here. I'm sorry, y'all. I just went all the way over in the spirit realm. I really did. I had to snap out. Just that quick. That boy is upset. He been robbed of his life. And then who's to say that he was even on that concrete deceased? Nobody tried to help him. Nobody got help for him. That little boy sat on that porch. Man, I'm telling y'all, something ain't right about this story. And when I go deeper into it, I'm really into it with Myron, his spirit, and he's upset. You took him away from his kids. You took him away from his baby mama. You got a whole life to live. You don't even daggone have any kids. Does Juju have kids, guys? Lord have mercy. I don't know if Juju got kids, but that spirit just hollered, you don't even got kids. Wow. Do Juju got kids, y'all? Myron is upset. He upset because he feels that Juju is still here, and man, listen, oh man, I don't like this feeling, honey. That's why he won't cross over. Cause he's upset. And they see the big man ain't going, because he gotta let go of that seed that's inside of him of being took it out of here and stuff. He's upset. So he's not going to cross over until he be able to daggone let go of this world. He's upset. Juju is definitely up. I'm not Juju. Myron is upset about that whole situation and that whole day. I keep thinking he here because uh he waiting on Roz, but he here because he won't accept the fact that he don't want to go over there. He don't want to leave yet. He still wants this world. And that's why God won't let him cross over there yet. Because he still wants to be here. He doesn't want to, he's not accepting the fact that he's gone in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because even when you're in the spirit, you still feel like you got your flesh on you, man. Good morning, good morning, holding it down with Heidi. Yes, ma'am. That man, once you in the spirit, it still feel like you got your flesh on you. You just ain't here. Can't nobody see you. Can't talk to nobody. You feel me? Like he trying to get at people that can read his spirit and stuff. And so I'm in there like, wow, you gotta, and I be trying to tell him, you know what I'm saying, you gotta cross over out of here. You gotta let go of this world, and you gotta forgive everyone that you're upset with right now. You have to cross over out of here. Got to. So else you be lost out here trying to figure something out, and it ain't nothing to figure out. Ain't nothing to figure out. Just going on over there. If your mama don't make it, it's okay. Just know that you made it. I'm sorry, y'all. I be in the spirit, honey. I be in the spirit. Gotta tell him that all of them seeds that he done buried inside of his soul, he gotta let them out in order to cross over out of here. Cause he angry. And that's one thing, you can't go over there being angry. In the soul, that means you stuck in between worlds right now. He's stuck in between worlds. Good morning, good morning. Talk about it with T. Hey, good morning. I just feel bad for him. I feel bad for the spirit. I do. Why? Because he had, even if he was, gang banging, he might have changed his ways. We don't know. We don't know. And another thing, I think that he was still here and just was paralyzed by the fact that he can't move. So they pronounced him dead on the scene, and that boy was still there. He was still here, inside of there. All somebody needed to do was call 911. Nobody went to, not even Raj. Your son is over there. You could have been over there praying over it. So being shot doesn't mean you have to die, guys. Look at the little boy that's a miracle right now. Got shot in his head. Going to the wrong door. But when you ain't got a praying mother or a praying grandmother and people praying over your soul, you lost. Roz could care less about praying over either one of her children right now. Because she too busy doing the devil's work. And I came all the way in here to talk about this because spiritual life is real. People need to stop talking about, oh, God said don't reach out. No, he did not. He said 10 things on a rock. We know for sure. That other stuff added in that Bible, I don't even I know the Bible is what, but I believe in the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So yes, he has a good reason to be upset at Juju. Because Juju robbed that boy of his life. I'm sorry. Y'all can say what y'all want. I'm on a whole spiritual walk with him. A whole spiritual walk with this boy. Just so he can cross up out of here. Because he driving his mama crazy. He driving Juju crazy. He probably going daggone talk to his sister. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm just saying, this a whole daggone. You got to think about how he could feel. You know what I'm saying? And it, you know what I'm saying? People want to say, no, that boy only shed the flesh, honey. He only shed his flesh. His spirit will be going back to the essence of the Lord, or however he lived on this earth. And hopefully my prayers, when I heard about the young man, would ever lift God. But I have to tell him, look here, you got to let go of all of this stuff that you held in your heart right now, in your soul. You holding it in your soul. You got to let it go so you can cross up out of here. Because if not, he'd be lost in this realm trying to figure out why he hasn't gotten out of here in this realm and still in between worlds, because he's in between worlds right now. He's upset, and it's okay. He can be upset, but he got to upset himself so he can be able to clean his soul so he can cross over out of here. Because those seeds that he done buried inside of him is still there, which is causing him not to be able to cross up out of here. And then he trying to tell his mama to get herself together for she be in between worlds too. Because she got hate in her heart for this lady, and she don't know this lady. So if Roz leave up out of here today, if the Lord was to take Roz today, Roz gonna be lost in the sauce. She gonna be in between worlds. Because guess what? She hates Treese. I mean, it's in there. It's embedded in her soul. She's evil. Yes, ma'am. And that's at this time, you don't want to be daggone. God's kids, children know they place. They know who they are. It's a lot of y'all that say y'all love the Lord and all of this and that and the other. And at the same time, he just wants you to daggone have just a little bit of faith in him as a mustard seed. And a whole lot of y'all don't got it. And you know how I know you ain't got it? I'm gonna tell you how I know you ain't got it. Cause as soon as I say I don't trust in no God, it was already written. If they want to say it that way, he told us we heal by who strikes. Who strikes? Okay, so if I'm healed by, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, T. She sure do. If I'm healed by Jesus' strikes, then I'm healed. I was telling y'all, I don't go to no hospital, y'all. I lay in my bed when I'm gonna get. They done gave me cancer. They done gave me high blood pressure, and they done gave me diabetes, y'all. They gave it to me. But see, my father didn't give it to me, so I didn't receive none of that stuff that the doctor gave me. And I've been here 19 years since I was diagnosed with cancer. I ain't been in that hospital. No, ma'am. Baby, I gave the boob to the Lord like I would give him a gift. I want Jesus, Father God, help me. That's what I did with my boob. I offered it to God. Father, heal this. Whatever's going on with my boob, Father, heal it. And baby, it been contained ever since. I've been living with cancer for 19 years. My baby just turned 19, March the 20th. Yes, ma'am. 19 years from the diagnosis of telling me that I had cancer, breast cancer. Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am, doctor. I told that doctor, you got me all messed up, sir. Oh, yes, sir. I said, my auntie told me I'll give it back to you, doctor. I'm going to give it right back to you. I gave it back to the doctor. No, I won't receive that on me, doctor. And because I didn't receive it, I heard it in my ear, but I won't receive it. And I didn't live by the word cancer. No, ma'am, I wasn't going. Cancer wasn't for me. Yes, ma'am. Diabetes. Honey, I eat what I want. Drink what I want. Anger ain't going. Nobody's strict diet. What the other one was? High blood pressure. Oh, well, y'all filled me up with this blood at the hospital. Yes, ma'am. When I died. They gave me somebody else's blood, y'all. Yes, ma'am. Big Mama had a blood transfusion. I don't know what happened. All I know is I had got on my auntie's toilet and I didn't know I was pregnant, y'all, in my tube, child. And that baby ruptured the tube and the ovary, took me out. I was bleeding out, just pouring blood in the toilet. It was sounding like this in the toilet. Coming out of me. My auntie said, turn that water down in there. I said, it ain't water. She said, what? I said, it's coming out of me. And y'all, listen, y'all, I don't know nothing about no daggone hemorrhaging. My auntie said, when she came in there, I was still sitting on the toilet and it was going in the toilet. She said, stand up. So I stood up to let her see. And baby, it was coming out like water, just pouring out, just everything in me, blood. My auntie said, oh, Lord. That's all I heard her say. Because I was gone on the toilet. Gone on the toilet. I heard her in the faint voice say, you hemorrhaging to death. I heard the ambulance come because she had called the ambulance, but they was in a faint. They was in a faint. Everything was going like, I'm telling y'all, I was leaving my body right there in my auntie's house. Okay? Because I'm telling y'all, when I got to that hospital, all I seen was lights. And I ain't talking about no lights in heaven. No, man. No, man. When I got in, I remember being rushed straight through that door. I heard the doors. I heard the doctors and the nurses. But everything was they were so far away. Like, everything was leaving. Like, they weren't there. They were there and they were working and still pushing stuff on me and all of that shit. I remember all of that. But at the same time, y'all, they were close to me, but these people wasn't nowhere close to me. Y'all hear me? I'm talking about I was out of my body or leaving my body. Something was going on where I couldn't hear much of anything, but I could daggone when I daggone did, because that man put something over my face and he pushed, and then I heard that noise, and then my eyes, you know what I'm saying? All I heard him say is count to 10. Count backwards to 10. Child, I ain't seen hair shit. It was over. when I tell y'all it was over, I was looking up at lights. Cause they was working on me. The next thing I know, baby, I was in that hospital, all I seen is blue, okay? I seen blue. But this is my spirit seeing this now, y'all. Not my body, not my fleshly body. My spirit was looking down at these people in blue working on this body. And honey, this entity, it wasn't a demon, because as I'm out of my body and floating away from my body like this, y'all. Floating away from my body like that, right? Y'all, I'm looking in the hallway of the hospital and I see these black things and they're just, y'all see that? Y'all see that? This is what I'm seeing. This is my hand. Y'all probably can't see my hand, but this is what I was seeing. And I'm like, what in the world is them? Baby, them was demons coming. They was going, this y'all can't see my hand. This how fast they was pulling spirits out that hospital. Like that. I mean, it was going fast. And I was like to myself, what's going on? Then this guide, because I was with a guide. I can't say that was Jesus. I can't say it was God. All I know is it was a white figure that came and got me from that hospital, baby. Yes, ma'am. And baby, we didn't daggone walk away from there, baby. But no matter. It's like we teleported. The daggone guy dropped me to hell. Boom. Scared me, y'all, because I'm like, where am I? I'm looking around. I know this ain't, it's hot. It's stank. I mean, it was stinky in hell because of the flesh that smells like it's burning off of people. But it's not your flesh, it's your soul burning. Baby, let me tell you something. Stinky smells of Baby, I'm talking about, I know what cremation smells. I know what burnt bodies smell like. I live by the graveyard. So when they cremate these people, it gets in the air out here and it stinks so bad. That is what I smell. I was in hell. Okay? Yes, ma'am. I went to hell. So nobody don't tell me about no spirit realm and all of that other stuff. People don't believe in devils and all of that. No, no, ma'am. It's real. It's real. But see, the only way you be able to see the devil is in that spirit realm. Oh, yes, ma'am. Gotta leave the flesh. The flesh gotta go. Oh, we go through a whole nother phase of life after this life. Oh, yes, ma'am. So let's not get that twisted. You don't die. Just your flesh is going off of you, honey bunny. Yes, ma'am. So while Roz around here, dad, go, ooh, I'm scared. I'm scared of my shadow. She know why she's scared of her shadow. Because Myron is there. Okay? Yes, ma'am. Myron's there. And he trying to get his mama to do right before the Lord come and snatch her soul. Before the Lord come and snatch her soul and send her to hell. Because that's how it happened. Yes, ma'am. And I ain't going to sit here and sugarcoat it and shuck and jive and tell people you ain't going to go. Judgment is in hell now. Everybody know that now. You get judged in hell. That's why people be scared to go die. Because they don't know. They don't know if they, if you daggone living right in this world. This is the beginning of going to hell. Okay? This is half a daggone going to hell. Living like this. Yes, ma'am. And I'm just be keeping it 100 and keeping it real. This is halfway there. And I ain't get ready shook and jives to nobody and tell nobody no lie. Folks talking about you go, I'm going to heaven. Who promised you that? Because my father ain't never told nobody you was going to heaven. And y'all out here giving folks wings and stuff. Oh, he earned his wings. Who earned wings? Because he didn't have no wings when he was here in the daggone flesh. People kill me. My father ain't doing that. Y'all claim y'all know the Father so much, but y'all trust and believe he told you don't trust in nobody but him. And people out here talking about, he made the doctors. No, he didn't. Man-made doctor. We was daggone healing and daggone helping ourselves before all this stuff came out. When they made doctors is when they came out with these daggone different daggone sicknesses and stuff. That's what you can tell me. You hear me? That's what you can tell Big Mama. All our babies and stuff is autistic and stuff. They wasn't born like that. They doing all this daggone experimenting on y'all while y'all in the hospital when these babies is in your stomachs and stuff, making retarded babies and stuff. Yes, ma'am. Then y'all go and get your babies immune with the stuff. You don't even know what they being immune with. But this monster and this demon wants you to daggone get your babies immune. And next thing you know, you daggone raising autistic babies and stuff. Because the doctors made them autistic. Yes, ma'am. God ain't bringing nothing in this world defected. No, ma'am. Man did it. I don't care who will make mad, who pleases. I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm a Kanye West. You ain't gonna shut my mouth. I ain't under your spell. Got Jamie Foxx in the hospital. He fighting for his life. R. Kelly fighting for his life and justice. Boy, I tell you, boy, ain't nobody, these demons got things locked down. But when God's people stand up and start fighting and realize who they are, you know what I'm saying? God gave us the abundance of this life. See, the devil got his people, and the devil's people is rich. Because the devil going to make sure his people rich. But God gave us abundance in his land, abundance in everything. He even gave us the abundance in the garden. But Adam and Eve decided to let the daggone serpent feed her all the trees in the garden. You feel me? Like, if it hadn't been for Eve, we would still be able to daggone live in the flesh forever. But she had to daggone go out here and daggone mess up and go and daggone eat of God gave them everything, every dominion in the garden. He gave her one assignment. And Eve couldn't even keep that assignment. That's sad. That's sad. That's sad. But then when he gave Noah the assignment, look at where we at now, y'all. Yes, ma'am. We come off of Noah. We didn't come off of Eve and them. That my mama and them, they parents and them came off of Eve and them. We came off of Noah. We came after the flood. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So we meant to be here. We're written in this book. We're supposed to be here. And you're not supposed to be just here daggone living your life. You're supposed to do an assignment for God in order to get out of here. And baby, I had an assignment to do for the Lord. That's why I ain't dead, y'all. I was dead. I went to hell and I went to the life realm when you daggone God says it's well done. Yes, ma'am. Well done, my child. But you got work still to do there, so you can't come here yet. Yes, ma'am. I already knew my assignment. April time I thought, who is she? I'm your worst nightmare, boo. You thought you laid your daughter down to her flesh down to rest, baby. But that little girl living on, you the one dead in the flesh. And you might not daggone live beyond daggone this flesh, lady. You got a cold heart to put your baby up on a ransom for some money and a record deal for a dude. You is sick, girl. And God gonna get you. Roz, your son is eating you up from the inside out, girl. Not only are you stressed about your sickness, but that son is daggone driving you crazy, lady. It's all over you. Death all over your face, lady. I see it, Roz. You look like Walking Dead right now, lady. Look like you about to just take a croak over in any day. The oxygen ain't even in your skin, in your face no more, ma'am. No, ma'am. See, because when you start to daggone get a veil, what I see on your face, lady, is death. You got no oxygen. You're dark. Remember I told y'all she gonna start looking dark. Somebody said, ooh, she aging real bad. No, ma'am. That's death. That's death. She ain't that old. She only 50. She just turned from 49. That lady look like she daggone about to daggone. She casket ready. Yes, ma'am. Think my man gonna sit here and tell them lies, shuck and jive? That lady casket ready. We just waiting on the Lord to daggone, or whoever her master is to call her on in. Yes, ma'am. And when you out here doing ugly work like Rod's doing, you know the Lord on his way. He carry come knock at the door. Come on, it's time. I don't think I want you in my daggone kingdom that I have promised my kids. We won't have you there if you don't get your change your ways. See, Rod's got to change her ways. He was tired. Miss Baby, holding it down with Heidi, baby. He was tired. Come on now, Heidi. He was tired. He had the daggone, God had to, he had to name everything in that daggone in existence. That man had done a lot. And she done stumbled off into the devil's den. And here he is, the serpent, sitting over there. Because he was a beautiful, that was a beautiful, he was like a man in the garden as well. That's what you call a reptilian, guys. See, the reptilian is real. The reptilian is what deterred Eve to eat that daggone tree of that, the tree of that, the knowledge. Let me read what she said. She said, God told Adam to watch over Eve and got distracted, and the serpent told Eve to eat from the forbidden tree. God had given them dominion to everything he made on earth. Didn't the girl? Come on now, Miss Hardy. And Eve got deceived by the demon. A beautiful, 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 beautiful. They said that thing was so beautiful That was the devil that God has that had throw that what it was out the daggone out the heavens. He threw him out there, and that's where he was. He had made dominion in that garden too. When the Lord had thrown him out the, what you think, Miss Heidi? When devil got thrown out the heavens because he thought he was better than God, you think he went to the garden? Because that's where everything started, from that garden. And maybe he had set up shop in the garden with them. But we had everything we wanted. Everything. It was at our beck and hand. And y'all know another thing, y'all. Baby, let me tell y'all something. They saying that something big is about to happen to the water, y'all. Now let me tell y'all this. The Lord showed me, and he shows me things. If there ever became a shortage on water, we are to eat fruits and vegetables. The Lord showed that whole sign to me yesterday. You'll never be thirst. Water doesn't do anything but quench wetness. But we need fruits and vegetables in our bodies to contain and hold any water that we can. That is more giving you water. Watermelon gives you water. More fruits, and they got juices that give you. Those are the things that you need in your system. Why you think a lot of people's skin is messed up and stuff? It's the things that you eat and you consume. And a lot of people say, you're not going to tell me not to eat meat. Well, if you look at it, your body became a graveyard for dead corpse. And people don't look at it like that. Oh, I'm gonna eat my meat, and then wonder why you sick, you can't boo boo. You know what I'm saying? Why you daggone all irritated and mad at the world? It's the things that you're putting inside your body. Meat is already stressed. That poor animal is dying, is going to be slaughtered. And I can't even understand a person that slaughters animals. What type of person are you? Because I couldn't do it. Oh no, man, I'm a true child of God. God said, thou shalt not kill. That mean the animals too. Now, fish, I'm going to eat my fish now. We catch them, tear them up, and eat them. We do. But just an animal, something to walk on four legs, I don't know, y'all. I've been trying to stick with my fish. And Big Mama been eating the fish and my chicken and my turkey and my shrimp. Yes, ma'am. I can't do too much of that pork stuff. That pork make me so tired and irritated, and heck, the Lord daggone did something to the swine, and we wonder why we mad and stuff after eating pork and stuff and stuff. Mm-mm. So my daughter made me feel so bad about eating animals. Girl, I was like, well, let me go on this kick and see what it happened with the fish and the chicken and stuff, how I'ma feel. And I feel much better, not so much sluggish laying around. You know what I'm saying? That pork will mess you up. It will. Have you laying around and just lazy. You know, made some sausage and stuff or some bacon. Excuse me, y'all. I'm doing my little daggone daily makeup thing. I ain't putting a whole lot of makeup on, just doing my eyelashes. And when I was eating all that daggone meat and stuff, my stomach wasn't moving or making no noises or growling or nothing. My stomach was, now I can hear my stomach moving and stuff. But yeah, I said to myself, we all gotta live. under God's walk. I don't want to be caught when the daggone big man end it all. And when my draw's down. No ma'am. Cause I done been to the ram. And then people be like, well, is it true that you can't cry or we don't cry or we don't do? Yeah, it's true. You know why it's true? Because how does a spirit cry? Where does the tears go? There's nothing to go down. There's no pain because there's no body to be in pain. You feel me? Like it is true. You don't feel no pain. You don't feel anything. You're not there. It's like, literally, it's like this life really doesn't exist. It's like, I'm serious. This life is artificial to me because I know what life really is. And life abundantly is loving your soul enough to want to be with the Father that created you. You don't want to serve for this world. You don't want to daggone do the devil's work out here. You try not to indulge in doing bad against your neighbors and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But when you're in this flesh is going to send some of us to hell. Because you have lived an unrighteous life against your neighbor, fornicating, committing adultery, you know what I'm saying? All of those things. And those are those 10 things that the Lord told us about. And it seems that the world can't get it right. So, I just love the Lord. He saved me. People might say, how did he save you? Baby, if you daggone you was a battling a drug addiction, the devil had you running for him. Yes, ma'am. And the Lord said, oh, no, ma'am, not her. Boop, grabbed her up out of the devil's hand real quick. Yes, ma'am. That's how I get saved. God got you. That's how I look at it. God saved me from dying and going to hell. And I had an assignment to do for the Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Yes, ma'am. That's when I can say I've been saved by my God. Oh, yes, ma'am. See, when you've been saved from the devil's hands, yes, ma'am. See, Big Mama can't daggone explain it to you no better than if you had a drug addiction and you went to the Lord and you prayed to him, Father God, I don't want to be like this no more, Lord Jesus. Help me, Father God. And he said, my baby, I got you. And just grabbed you up like this with your shirt and guided you over here on his side. And he's had you ever since. See, or when you're on your deathbed and God said, bow, it's not your time, and send you back. That's when you've been saved. No, man, people can say, oh, she went under the water and she was changed after she came under the water. No, ma'am, you got to go through something drastic in your life. Yes, ma'am, for the Lord to be able to say, see, she's telling her story, how I saved her devil. Yes, she belonged to me. And laugh in his face. Yes, ma'am. And then I get the dominion over the devil that they're going to laugh at him. So after I laugh at him, now I got to pray over my kids and my grandbabies. Because listen here. He mad at you. So, because he mad at you, he going to try to try your kids. He going to try your babies, try the grandbabies. No, ma'am. I got mine covered. And as long as I'm covered, God got me covered. I know that he got my kids and grandbabies covered. Yes, ma'am. And my friends and family. Yes, ma'am. That's why I talk so much about the Father. They can say anything they want about me smoking marijuana. He didn't send me back for that. No, ma'am. He never mentioned nothing about no marijuana to me. Oh, yes, ma'am. I looked at the daggone, what you call it, though? That crack. Oh, yes, ma'am. Because you're going to have a whole daggone screen right before your eyes of your life flashing before it. Oh, yes, ma'am. That's why nobody can't tell me about no spirit realm. Oh, yes, ma'am. You ain't just dead in that graveyard. That skin over there dead. That flesh over there dead. Yes, ma'am. That's gone. It ain't never coming back.
Oh, but the thing that made you walk around here talking things of this nature. Oh, honey, yes, ma'am. This ain't nothing but a coat for your spirit, for your soul. You know what I'm saying? This flesh is something to daggone coat it. That's all. Yes, ma'am. Just like when a man put a rubber on. Yes, ma'am. He covering himself. Well, God covered us with a fleshless over our souls. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Lord, for being kind and great to me. Oh, how great you've been good to me. Won't nobody know unless you had a drug addiction and the Lord saved you from it. For come on, once a dope head, one always. You they ain't gonna lie. Not when the Lord got you. Oh no, man. When the Lord got you, can't nobody do you no harm. Oh no, man. And you know what? Them folks out here talking about somebody got drugs in their mouth and all of that stuff. They better quit it. Because as soon as you put that drug into somebody else's mouth, talking about you a crackhead, you a this and that, you a blah blah blah. Oh, watch it now. Cause I remember somebody telling me when me and my daggone boyfriend was doing our thing, I could never, well, I would never do that. You know what I'm saying? That's that. And watch out now. She a whole total crackhead. Today. Don't never say what you ain't gonna never. Cause God will show you, yes you will. You sitting here dogging them out. You ain't, how can a daggone person counseling a person that's on drugs counsel a person that's on drugs? You can't. How can you tell me something about smoking dope and you ain't never been there? Get the heck out of here. I don't even want to waste my time on the 12 step because God got me. And that's how I figured it out. God had me. So I didn't need no 12 step. I needed Jesus and God and had the daggone grab onto his hands and listen to him and let him lead my life. Oh, thank you, Jesus. And thank you, Father. And Holy Spirit. Because people don't believe in Holy Spirit. They think you just here. Once your daggone flesh is gone, you is gone. Baby, it's a whole nother daggone realm of life after this daggone fleshly life. You gotta daggone know it from a person that done passed out of here and been in the spirit realm to even know it. Because people don't want to believe, oh, we're just dead when we're dead. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, that flesh is gone. But it's another daggone whole nother level of this thing called life. And you start to live after this life. Yes, ma'am. You get to live. Now, if you choose the devil side, now, honey, you're going to be living in torment. And like the Lord said, you're going to be gnashing your teeth, honey. It's a whole lot going on down in hell or in hell. I can't even say if I went down because I don't even remember. All I know, I was dropped. hmm Once you teleport, you drop. He dropped you. Not that you that soul hurt because it landed like a cat with dag on 9 lives on his feet. Yes, ma'am, that soul did. And I'm looking around in hell like, what in the world? And to you, what is that smell? Y'all, I was asking questions to people that I was running into down there, and baby, I'm telling y'all, hell is full of folks. Oh yes, ma'am. But people ain't talking. It's like when they all in a trance. Ain't nobody answering your questions. They all in a trance and they in waiting with the devil. I don't know what the devil do his judging or whatever. But honey, I was sitting on the daggone bench talking to this girl. And baby, it was so hot I felt like my face was melting off my skin. I swear. I felt like I was still in my flesh but I was in the spirit realm. And see, this is the daggone strange thing about the whole thing, y'all. While while you try to talk and ask questions when you get there, because ain't nobody gonna answer you. I wonder if anybody ever died in daggone been hell. Cause honey, my experience going to hell wasn't when it was like I was talking to people, they was in trance. It's like everybody was staring ahead, wasn't nobody looking at you, wasn't nobody answering your questions. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like I don't know. Have anybody ever had the sleep apnea daggone? No, not sleep apnea. But have you ever had where you felt like you was moving? You know what I'm saying? Or talking, or you reaching out to somebody, you screaming, but it feel like a demon is on you and you can't move. Well, that's how I felt in hell. It felt like something was on you, like you talking to people. You feel like you talking to people, but you really ain't. Probably ain't nothing coming out your mouth. That's how I felt like I was when I was in hell. Like I'm talking to these people and they don't hear me. I was a nobody. I must have not. I must have not. I must have not belonged there. That's the reason why they wasn't talking to me. You hear me? Because I was a nobody there. Everybody I was talking to act like they didn't know me or see me. You feel me? Like it was like they was in a trance. I swear. So I must admit, I must, I didn't, they didn't see me, but I seen them. That's the thing. That's because I wasn't supposed to be there. I just got a glimpse of it, and I got a taste of hell. Oh yes, ma'am. Oh yes, ma'am. Big Mama had a taste of hell, and I didn't like it. And baby, I've been daggone talking about the Lord and people getting their life. See, can't nobody at no daggone 12 step tell Big Mama about no goddamn going how to heal yourself from from being in the devil's world. You got to choose yourself. I don't want to go to hell. Oh no, ma'am. Because you're gonna get thrown in the pit. I'm telling you, it's a pit of lava, and I'm telling y'all that where them volcanoes come from is hell. Okay, that's the hell being erupted because the devil done got mad. He probably throw some spirits out of there. Yes, ma'am. He don't even want them down there and throw them out into the daggone world and let them daggone. And that's why they daggone running rapid, some of these spirits, because they don't got nowhere to go. They lost. They daggone a day out here devouring and trying to daggone, they doing everything. Y'all wouldn't believe ain't no spirit. Well, who the heck do you think the devil is? I mean, not the devil, but this daggone, well, they call it the devil because that thing in hell is Lucifer. I don't know what that is. I think that's the devil. Lucifer is on earth. You know what I'm saying? He is doing the devil's work for the devil, the real devil that's in the pit, that is in the spirit. Yes, ma'am. So that's why I be trying to tell people, get your soul right. You out here living for this flesh. And honey, this flesh that you living in, honey, them gonna send some people to hell. Yes, ma'am. I don't want my this flesh when it leave here. I have a place to dwell for the rest of my days. We are never going to die. God promised us never to die again. Once you shed this dirty flesh that you in, you're never going to die again. And that was his promise to us. And that's what heaven is all about. Living forever with the Father. Yes, ma'am. You do not want to live to die to go to hell. That is not no place for us. Oh no, ma'am. And it's a whole lot of people in hell, and a whole lot of the industry people. I mean, them people that done died and they daggone gave their soul for money and fame and fortune. Oh, a lot of them is down there. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Or there. I'm not gonna say down there, but it where I was, it seemed like we was down somewhere. Ooh, honey, it was so hot. Honey, it's the hottest it ever be. I don't see how Lucifer or whatever that thing is down there can live down there. Or I mean, in that pit, it's too hot. His flesh can take it though, cause he's not. That thing ain't no human, and it definitely ain't no god thing going. That sucker is a beast, man. One of his hooves when he walk or shake the earth. That's why I think earthquakes be going on, cause the devil be mad. Oh yes, ma'am. I seen him when he daggone got to walking, and now boom, when it seemed like hell starts shaking. Boom, when he walking, all you hear is chains rattling. Boom! He wear chains as jewelry. I don't know why. Don't ask me. But that thing wear chains all around his neck, all on his ankles, all on his arms. He got chains. So when he walking in the daggone stomp, boom! It feel like the whole hell was shaking. Yes, ma'am. And honey, he was coming my way. And I think, honey, the only thing that saved me, because my soul, when I seen that thing, I said, Jesus. And baby, when I said that, honey, I teleported out of hell so fast, I don't know what the heck happened next. All I know is I winded up in a garden of life. That's what I called it, a garden of life. Ooh, it was so lit up. Your naked eye wouldn't be able to stand the life in that garden. And it was a garden because all I seen was tree, everything in that, everything. The trees wasn't nothing but life. Like our tree, like in this earth we live in, pollution, all of that stuff ain't nothing like that there. The grass was so green, the flowers were so pretty, nothing dies. Not even the plants. Not the fruit, not the vegetables, not none of all of that. Baby, we was in a whole life garden. God chose you to live in his garden. Oh, yes, ma'am. Oh, yes, ma'am. And then when I got there, I thought that was it. I thought that was it. I was going to stay there and my life was going to be with the life garden. Next thing I know, I seen people, my loved ones coming. It's like they always coming up to send me back to earth. I said, oh, no. Cause I thought that was it. I was saved. I was there. I wasn't I did what God wanted me to do. I called on the name of Jesus and hell. I came out of there and into the life garden. But now you got to go back to earth. You got to go back to your body. Boy, baby, when I tell y'all I was crying, at least I thought I was. I'm boo-hooing and wasn't no tears coming down. Because ain't nobody for the tears to come. They said, you got to go back. I said, I don't want to go back. I said, it's so evil there. The people are evil there. Next thing I know, it's like I got throwed. Throwed off of just throwed through the, just dropped. Like I said, it's like I was dropped. It's like I was dropped from that realm back into my body. And no lie, y'all, when I got back in the body to adjust into it, girl, baby, I was mad. I said, ah. I said, what did y'all do? What did y'all do? And I looked at my stomach. Y'all had 36 staples all the way across my torso. I said, oh my God. And then I got scared instantly. After I realized I was back in my body and I started hurting and feeling the pain of that operation and all of that shit. And then the first time I ever had an operation and the first time I ever been in the hospital, baby, that was the last, okay? Them people brought me back to life, child. Yes, man. Whatever you tell you, all I knew was I was waking up to these people putting something in my nose and I felt my pain. Oh, I felt the pain of that body. And the doctor gave me a pillow to put across my stomach because she knew I was about to throw up. And I said, I'm about to get sick. Like they read my daggone, they was, girl, baby, when I got to myself to realize what had happened and that I was back in normal, back into my life, back into this life, y'all. Boy, I was scared of everything in the hospital. I was crying. I was in an emotional state. I was going through emotional. I was just going through an emotional situation because I didn't want to be back here, and I felt like I had failed. But I knew I had an assignment to do because this is the reason why I was back in that body. And baby, when I tell y'all, I was crying and I was telling them doctors and nurses that they was daggone in hell and all of that stuff. They told me I was under anesthesia. I was coming back to. That's what they were saying. It's just the anesthesia. I said, the heck no, it wasn't no anesthesia, child. Talking about. Child, I done been to hell and I done been to heaven, if that's what it was. Because that's what I told the doctors. And I said, I done been to hell and heaven. Please don't touch me. Leave me alone. I don't want nobody to touch me. And then I kept begging for them to call my auntie to come and get me out the hospital. Because I felt like she had daggone did me in. I swear I did. Told my auntie had did me in. And these was demons. I swear the people at the hospital, I kept calling them all demons and they was in hell. And I didn't want none of the doctors to touch me. And my auntie, she said, you can't leave. You can't leave. I said, how is that? I have to. I said, all these people was in hell, auntie. I was freaking out, y'all. I was crying. I wanted out the hospital. And my auntie talked to him or whatever. And some kind of way she got them to release me where I could be at her house and she could take care of me, y'all. Yes, ma'am. But when I came out that operation, baby, I was so weak. I could hardly walk. I don't even know how I able to daggone move my legs or anything. I was in a state of depression. I really was. I was in a state of depression, knowing that I had been to two different realms and everything, and then to turn around and come back to this hell. That what right there just took me. I was in an emotional roller coaster, and my auntie said she's not going to stay here. It's she told them it's a spiritual thing with my niece. You got to understand. And one of the doctors said we understand. But she said we usually don't do this, but we gonna cause we gotta, you know what I'm saying, they sent me home with a home health nurse now. Yes, ma'am. They sent me home with a home health nurse. Cause I wasn't able to do stuff for myself for a long time. I had 36 staples across. I am talking about talking about no stitches. I'm talking about staples. These suckers went inside, deep inside. Talking about I wasn't gonna be able to recover in 2 years. Shoot, I was recovered within the daggone couple of weeks, I think. Yeah, but they told me I wasn't gonna be healed for 2 years after that operation. But baby, I was up and running and doing everything. After 2 weeks, I still was kind of woozy and still trying to. Y'all, they had put somebody else's blood in me. I was really going through it. I was really going through it. So that's the reason why I have a story to tell about what y'all call heaven and hell, because I've been there. And once you've been dead and come out your flesh, then you can tell somebody about life and death. You can't tell me nothing about, oh, they're dead, they're gone. No, boo. No, boo. They're not gone. They're not gone. They're in the spirit realm, boo boo. And it's sad that you don't have a connection with the spirit realm to be able to daggone connect with your sons, your daughters, your aunties, your nobody has left in the spirit. Cause I know I do, and I ain't scared of them. Cause I know they're not gonna hurt me. They come from a good place, the garden of life. If a spirit come, it's coming to do a warning. It's either coming to come and get somebody, or like I said, it's coming to warn somebody. Yes, ma'am. And Myron is coming to warn his mother. That's why he's not going out of the realm. And then again, he's got a whole lot of daggone, you know, he's mad because he's not here. And he feel like Juju should have been gone too. I'm gonna just be honest. And I know he probably done daggone said that to Juju. Juju probably going crazy. Cause I don't understand why Roz ain't daggone. She said, good morning, chat. Good morning. Who is that in here? Be encouraged with Martisa. Hi, Martisa Boo. Yes, ma'am. They come to either warn you or they come to get somebody. That's how I figure when I see the spirits come. People talking about that's witchcraft. No, 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 ma'am. I ain't no witch. And I don't deal in crafting. No, ma'am. So what? My auntie told me you was born with a veil over your face, and see them old folk back down south will tell you if one of their kids is born with a veil over their face. Well, I just happen to be that one to be able to see spirits and stuff. People don't believe in that. I'm gonna have a segment where I want to know who's had outer body experiences, who's been to heaven and hell. To the lifeguard. And I call it the lifeguarding because we don't go to heaven. Heaven is promised to us on earth. So I call it the life garden. The garden where Eve and Adam was. That's where I think it was. Till they daggone gotten deceived by the devil. That was a garden of life, living forever. And you were told, ain't no way if my father had told me not to go and eat out of something, and I'm listening to God. Yes, ma'am. I listen to him every day. I sure do. And he be convicting me when I do stuff bad and being here talking about Roz, and I be convicted after I get off this live. Y'all don't know how bad I be talking to the Lord, telling him forgive me for doing the things that I done. But she won't listen. So you gotta god dang on, you think you can call her all kind of names and that will work. That ain't working either. So my assignment is done with Roz, y'all. Okay? Just know that. Big Mama's assignment is done with Roz. I came in to tell Roz the reason why Myron is messing with her, because her soul is bound for hell. I came to tell her. That was my message to Roz. You are bound for hell right now, lady. I'm giving you a message from my Father. You are bound for hell right now. God is going to take his hands off of you. He has given you many times, ample times. He took your son, and you still doing the devil's work, Roz. I just came. I didn't come to daggone come in here and talk about you, dog you out, call you pig feeder, call you no names. I came to tell you that the Father wanted your soul, not the devil. But you didn't want to listen. And now, when God let his hands off of you, Roz, hey, it might be too late. Because you didn't listen when you all of the signs that the Lord sent your way. People telling you to leave Teresa alone. You know what I'm saying? You don't work for God, Roz. You work for the devil. You doing the devil's work. You trying to tear this lady's legacy down. You trying to tear her character down. You trying to tear who she is down. And at the end of the day, you ain't doing nothing but tearing yourself down, because the weapons that you tried to form against Teresa is coming back at you in 100 folds, lady. 100 folds. And you still won't stand down, because the devil was telling you, if you stand down, then you're defeated. And you keep listening to the devil's voice instead of listening to God saying, I want your soul. Don't allow the devil to take your soul, Rosalind Knight. I want your soul. That's what the God want. Because if you pass away today, lady, you bound for hell. And you can't call on Jesus then. Because see, you get daggone judged in hell. Yes, ma'am. And if you don't know who Jesus is now, you definitely ain't gonna know him in hell. Because God ain't even gonna let you allow you to say his name off of your tongue in hell. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And like I said, I come and I'm just a messenger. I had to ask God what my assignment was on this earth. I'm just a messenger. I just come, he used me to come and tell you to stand down. Because he wants your soul, not the devil. But you keep choosing the devil's side by doing the devil's work, Rosalind Knight. It's okay to be defeated. God sent these ladies to defeat you and slay you, demon, to change your ways. And you not doing it. So the devil wants you. And when you get to hell, baby, you ain't going to be able to say Jesus or God. Because it's going to be too late, lady. Yes, ma'am. I think I have said enough of what I came to say today, y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming in here and listening to Big Mama, because y'all know I have a whole lot to talk about. And you don't know what my segment gonna be. Good morning, TRW. But we don't want to daggone lose our souls doing the devil's work when God has a whole assignment out here for us to do before we leave this earth. It says basic instructions before leaving earth. We got an assignment, guys. Don't let your assignment be the devil's assignment. You better jump on board a God's boat and let all this demonic stuff go. Hate to be some of y'all with y'all's panties got dang on dropped to the ground because you dogging neighbor, you daggone fornicating, you doing all kind of everything that 10 commandments says. Yes, ma'am. She said, no, thank you for sharing. Sharing, keep telling the message. Thank you. Thank you, boo. I just don't like to see our people coming against each other. We're supposed to show love and affection to one another and not be out here tearing each other down and finding the most dirtiest things on one another. That's working for the devil. My hands is in God's hands. I don't want no parts of the devil. I don't want to lose my soul to the devil forever. Because when you go to hell and you can't call out the name of the Lord and Jesus, you lost in the pit. All right? Yes, ma'am. I don't want to be caught with my panties down, talking and dogging somebody out. I want God's hand. I choose God. You got to see you got to see where you want to be at after this fleshly life. Because there is life after this life. It is. It's called the spirit life. That's life forever. You choosing either which way you're going to hell or you're going to be in God's kingdom. He promised us heaven on earth. You're going to get a new body if you are a good soul to be able to live forever and ever with not no pain, no crying, no tears, none of that. God is so good and wonderful. Choose him today. Because he done chose some of y'all, but y'all don't choose him. I love all of y'all, and God bless y'all, and be blessed on purpose today.